Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to answer the question, is AI ready to replace 3D artists, and what type of artists should be afraid of AI? We will also take a look at how you can take an image, transform it into a 3D model and 3D print it, and we will compare different image to 3D engines to see which works the best, and we'll see how good the results actually are. This video is sponsored by Hitem 3D, which is an engine to transform images into 3D models. So let's get into it. So we're going to be taking a look at the different tools available at Hitem 3D. So the first tool they have is the basic image to 3D model. And it's easy as grabbing the image and clicking generate. It's as easy as that, or you can change the settings. For example, you can change the model version, which they have been having the 2.0 for a long time. The new one, which is currently released as version 2.1, has a new fast mode that is 60% faster. Here it's a comparison of the two finished models. Changing the model type from fast to quality, which gives it a lot more detail, sacrificing more time, or you can add the geometry at the same time to have your finished model with the texture added. Then you can go to advanced settings, which I find really useful to decrease the polygons, because I find sometimes 2 million polygons is sometimes too heavy for other 3D softwares like Fusion 360. And you can reduce that up to 300,000 and even increase up to 3 million. The rest of the settings you're not going to be using that often, so I will not talk about them, but you can check them out on the website. This is the basic way to generate a 3D model, but the way I like to generate 3D models, in which you can add up to 4 images from each side to create the same 3D model. This is a lot more accurate because with pictures from the behind of the object, you can create data that otherwise the AI engine would have to generate, trying to guess information that it didn't have. In this way, it can have all the information necessary to create the 3D model. The settings are the same as the image to 3D. The second tool available is similar to the general image to 3D, but in this case is to create portraits of people. I found it to be an interesting feature that you can check out, but for me it did not give good results. The third tool of the website is to add texture to an existing model. This is most useful for when you're generating a model and you're not sure if you want the texture. You can later add this texture by adding a picture of the original image. The 3D relief feature is the one I like the most. It's the easiest to use and the one that gives the most consistent results. Different from the image to 3D, it will create really detailed 3D models with a lot of accurate details, including text. I used this tool to create multiple police badges I had requested a long time ago, but I never had the chance to do them. The results are actually amazing. Now let's take a look at how the different AI softwares compare in results. All the AI engines I will be reviewing right now are available at Bamboo Labs. I will take the same picture and compare the different results from all the 3D models. Where Hitem 3D stands out, it's being accurate in all sides. All the other AI tools do not have the option to add multiple images to each side. So when the AI model is trying to figure out what the back of the 3D model is, has to guess. Instead, Hitem 3D generates a model based on the picture. In conclusion, because of the ability to add multiple images from each side, Hitem 3D has an advantage over all the other AI engines, creating more detailed and accurate designs. You can let me know in the comments about what you think about the results of the different AI engines. So to get to the conclusion, I need to explain something that I think will help you understand which type of 3D artists are at risk. In my point of view, there's two different types of artists. The accurate artists, those who design 3D models with specific measurements, like mechanical parts, replacement pieces, and any other 3D model that requires certain measurements. Then there is what I like to call inaccurate 3D models, that are all those models that do not have to be that specific. This could be props, characters, or decorations that do not have to have specific measurements. These two types of model are completely different, and one of them is at risk, and it's the inaccurate 3D models. This is because AI is able to create these models really easily without having to have specific measurements. On the other side, for the accurate models, it's almost impossible to create a model that fits specific measurements, like a replacement part that needs to fit perfectly into the original piece, with specific measurements for the screws and additional components. So let's look at an example of why I think AI is replacing these type of inaccurate 3D models. Imagine the new Avengers movie comes out, and Thor is using a new hammer. You watch the movie and want to recreate this hammer in 3D. You go to Fusion 360 and start modeling this hammer. It's going to take you a long time to create this hammer. By the time you finish this hammer and you go and post it to a site like MakerWorld, you're going to see multiple 3D models created with AI that took no effort to the user and reassembled Thor's hammer perfectly. Don't get me wrong, your hammer would be a lot better with more consistent details and better textures. But because these models have been there since day one, they're going to compete greatly with your model. I don't think we're at this point where AI is fully overcrowding the 3D models in websites like MakerWorld or Thingiverse, but we're getting real close, seeing more and more AI models. For the other type of models, the accurate models, this is so hard to be replaced with AI, and it will take multiple years for AI to come close to replacing and fully creating these 3D models. We can still see 3D models created with accurate designs using things like OpenSCAD and a chat of ChatGPT, but they require a lot of user input and the results are not always great. Thank you for watching this video. If you're interested in Hitem 3D, I would leave a link in the description where you can use it for free. And if you want to support the channel, make sure to check out my channel page for more videos like this. I'll see you in the next video.